Welcome back students with a new video in which I will tell you how to make database connection with PHP. We will validate the username and the password from the database table whether the user is authentic user or not. So without a further ado, let's start the video. But before that, if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe for such informative videos so that you can get a notification immediately. Okay, so let's start. So for the login of username and password validation, first we need to create a form and then we will verify the information from the database once the user presses the submit button. So this is Studio Code, and now I'm going to make a file which is HTML file in which I'll create a form and then we will try to validate it from the database. So we will make a database connection. So first I'm creating one HTML file. Let's save it. So I'm saving it with the name called index.html. So in this, I'm creating a form, and as you all know, we have already created forms so many times, so it is not a tough task for you people. Now create a form. So for that, and how to create a form, if you want to know how to make some kind of validations onto that, you can also see my previous videos. So again, we will create a form and then we will be giving some action. So once the user presses the submit button, so it will go to the login.php page. Right now I have not created this login.php, but we will create it in the future. And then method, again, method is equal to post. And under the form, I'm creating username and password. Let's create a username. Right, this you already know how to do this. So the name I'm giving, because name for this particular text box is very much necessary, because this name I will be using for my validation purposes, right? So I'm giving a name to it. So name I'm giving USN. And after that a password. So password type is equal to password. And again a name to it. So name I am giving is PWD, right? PWD. And now I have to take a submit button. So I'm taking two buttons, right? One for the submit and another one for the, one for the login and another one for the registration, right? So input type is equal to, again, submit, because I need a kind of submit button. The name I'm giving it login, and the value is also login, which will be displayed onto this button. Login. And then one more. The name to this button I'm giving register. If the user is a new user, then he or she may register. and the value is also register, right? So now my form is ready. We will save this, and now I will create one file which is login.php, so that once the user presses the submit button, this validation will happen, and this database connection we are going to make in this login.php, right? So let's create another file, login.php. login.php. Right. So as you are going to write the PHP code in it, so I'm writing some PHP code here. If you're writing some PHP code in this HTML file, so I will write like this, PHP, and then the end of this. And between this, I'm writing the code for validation and database connection, right? So for database connection, what we have to take, first we have to know the host name, we have to know the username of our MySQL, we have to know the password of the MySQL, because we are going to make a database connection, right? And then the name of the database. So for that I'm taking variables. So in PHP we used to have variables with dollar. So I'm taking first variable as host. So host is usually the local host. So localhost. Username, then next variable I'm taking is username. So username of my MySQL is root, right? So it is the name of your user of the MySQL, means whatever admin user or root user you have, this you have to give. So the name of user is root here. And then you have to give the password. So I am taking one variable called password. Right? So usually the password of this MySQL is blank until and unless you have not set it. If you have set some password, then you have to write the password, because I have not set, so I'm giving just a blank, right? You can give your password if you have set it. Next is the database name. How to make a database in MySQL, that I will tell you in a separate video. For as of now, I have already MySQL installed, and I have made a database, created a database called student portal, right? You can refer to it in my next video. I will definitely give you how to make a database in MySQL. So I'm giving the name of the database. So next variable is called DB. So my DB is the database which I have created is student portal. You have to give the name of the database which you made. Right now I will make a connection. So for that connection, I'm taking one variable called con, which is used to have some connection, and for that I have to write a new. There are many methods by which you can connect to the database. I am using here MySQLi. So you have to give MySQLi. And then I have to give the host name, the username, the password, and the database, right? So first is host. Then you have to give the user. And then you have to give the password. And then the database to which you want to connect. So that is DB, right? So this way I have write a statement in which this connection is to be made with the database. Now If it is unsuccessful, I'm giving a kind of message to the user. If it is unsuccessful, so if $con is having some connect error, right? So connect underscore error. If it is having a connect error, so die database connection error. This is connect underscore error. Okay. This way. So this is the code basically to connect with the database. Now, if the connection will be successful, then of course something is there in $connection variable. If not, then it will say the database connection error and the whole process will die. Now, if my connection is successful, then what I have to do? So I will check if is set. Is set is just to check whether something has been set or not. So we have two buttons, login button and registration button. So if those button will be pressed, it means it has some value. So we will check it here. Is set $_post. Now because we have used the method post, so the variables which are there in the form we can use with the help of this. So $_post, and we will check for the login because there were two buttons, login and the registration. So we are checking whether the user has pressed the login button or the registration button. So if is set $post is login, right? So what we have to do, first of all, we unset it. Unset $_post and login. And then what we will do, $user. $user is equal to what I'm taking the value of the text box for the username. So whatever value the user has given in the text box of username, that will be stored in the user because we have to validate it from the database. So first we are taking the value of that text box and we are storing it in the $user. So for that $_post, and the name of that text box was USN. See, the name is USN. So we are taking this name. So we are referring it with this USN. So USN. Now this value the user has given in the username text box, that would be stored in $user, right? Now we are writing a query. Now query is what? Query is we are validating, we are checking whether that particular username is exist in the database or not. So for that we are just selecting the username and we will match the username which the user has given in the text box and the already stored username in the database. So if it is matches from there, then what we will do, we will say that this is an authentic user, otherwise not. So we will take a password as well. So PSD for password, and what I'm taking password $_post, and the value field was password field was PWD, right? So we will be taking those two values. Now we will write a query. So SQL fetch is equal to, now I'm writing a query. So database query is select username, because username is the name I took in the table. My table is there in which I have stored some username and password, and the name of the column of the table is username. That's why I'm taking select username. Now from the name of the table, which was login. So my table name is login, right? You have to give your table name. Select username from login, where now you have to give the condition. So condition is where username should be what? Username should be $user, because the user has given the value in the text box. So we are checking it from the value of the text box. So this is stored in $user. So we will check whether the username is equal to $user. And second thing, and password should equal to $PWD. PSD, sorry, not PWD, PSD, because it is here in the, first of all, this, and password is this. Let me check what name I have for the password column. So that I have to check first. Okay, let me check. So this is my XAMPP panel. From here I will check. Right, so this is my student portal database, and there is a table called login. Let's check what is the name of the password. So the name of the column is password. So I'm taking it a password, right? Okay. So the name is fine, password. Although this is a reserved word, I think. Let's check whether there's a problem in the future or not. It's okay. Right. So we have already have a query with us, SQL fetch, which is an SQL fetch. Now what we will do, we will bind this query with our already established connection. So for that I have to use some return value. So retval is a variable in which I'm taking the return value of this query binding and database query binded with the database. So for that I have to use this function called mysql underscore query. Right, so this function will bind that query with the database. So for that, the parameters you have to pass is first your connection. So that is con variable, and second is your query. So that is an SQL fetch. Right. So this you have to give, and this. Right. So now the query is binded with the bind with the database, and the value is in the retval variable. Now here we know there must be one unique user for single value, right? But to fetch that value from that variable, we have to use a kind of one function is called MySQL fetch array, right? So we will fetch those information from the redwell variable. So for that I am writing row wise, row by row it will fetch the value of the array, although there must be a single row. So we will fetch that from this mysql underscore fetch mysqli, and here also, right? So fetch mysqli fetch array, and from where? The redwell variable. Okay, so one by one it will fetch information from this redwell. Now we will check if there is something in the row, because if there is a matching username, then definitely something will be there in the row. Otherwise, if no information is matched or no username is matched, then there must not be a value. So we will check whether there is a value or not. So we will check whether row is having some kind of value. So if it is having some value, it means some matching variable, some matching value is there, and we have some user which is already stored. So we will echo welcome the username, right? So dot so username it will print. So it will say like welcome, whatever is the username, like welcome Preeti, welcome whatever. Okay. Now if not, else what you have to write? Else not an authorized user. Authentic user. Okay, or authorized, you can say whatever you want to write. This is up to you. Now we will check for the registration. So it till now we have checked whether the user has pressed the login button. If it has not pressed the login button, instead of that it has pressed the register button. So what we will do? So we will check for the register now. So if is set dollar underscore post, and the name was register. So if it has set, so what we will do, we will navigate it to somewhere else. So for that I am navigating header location dot. Now I will give the name of the file to which I want it to be transferred. So there is a page sign up. So I am navigating this to sign up. If the user has pressed the register button, so it will go to the sign up page. So for that I am giving the path of sign up. So php learn sign up .html, right? So although we have not made a registration form, but you can make it registration form and save it with the name of sign up, and then you can give it here signup.html. Right. So let's save it. I hope everything will work fine. So let's run it. Okay, so I have saved all the files. So we have index.html. Let's see, there is a form, username and password, and then there is a file called login.php in which we have made a database connection and we are validating the username and password which the user has given, right? So let us run this. So guys, I have made this let's do it new, and then I will give a local host php learn and index.html, right? So here you can see we have a form called username password. There are two input boxes and one button is login button as we have made, and another is a register, right? So let us give some name already which is there in the database. So let's see whether it will be printing or not. So this is one of the user. So here it is, welcome Shivani, it is printing. It means it is properly validating. Now let's check if the user is not there. I will show you that there is a user called Shivani and one more we will check. One is also Preeti, right? So let's log in. So welcome Preeti. And now we will give which is not there. So we will give like Shreya. Let's check whether it is there or not. Login. So not an authentic user, right? So it is perfectly validating. Now let's check whether if we go to registration, then whether it is going to the registration page or not. So we will not do this. We will just click onto the register and hi, this is registration page. So it is signup.html. So perfectly working and database is validating. So connection has been made and user has already been authentic user validation. So let me show you whether those users were there or not in the database. So for that, let me show you. So this is my student portal database and table was login, and see there are two users, Shivani and Preeti. Both the users were there. That's why it said welcome Shivani or welcome Preeti, and the other user was not there. That is why not an authentic user, right? So I hope this video will help you to connect your pages, your information with the database and validation. Thank you for watching my videos, and if you want such kind of videos in the future too, then please like, subscribe and share. And if you really like the video, please comment below so that I can make these kind of videos in the future too, in which you can get better knowledge. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.